Why is this tiny Balkan nation suddenly becoming one of Europe's fastest growing travel destinations, with almost everyone heading to one exact spot? On our road trip through Montenegro, we came to explore not just the place that put this country on the map, but to see what lies beyond it. Because for a country you can drive across in just 2 hours, there is more variety than you'd ever guess. So to see the full picture, we split our journey across 3 completely different corners of the country. And what we discovered left us speechless. We began our trip in the iconic Kotor Bay, hoping to avoid the crowds in the early morning.
Guys, we are just about to enter the old city of Kotor. Look at this beautiful stone archway.
We basically want to do this famous hike in Kotor that kind of takes you up and above the city, but we are getting a bit lost, so hopefully the 4G works between these old walls.
So I think we have arrived at the Kotor fortress. We have to pay an entry fee. I think it's 15 euros each.
That is crazy expensive.
We want to pay the entry fee because it says you can get fined up to 1,000 euros, but there's no one here. Look, there's no one here. This barrier doesn't look like it's been used in a while. I think we're just gonna have to go up and pay on the way down.
I really thought this would be more busy, but it is so quiet. It's kind of eerie.
It feels like we're not supposed to be here.
I know, yeah. I feel like this is one of the top tourist attractions in the country.
It said you have to go during working hours, and it has gone past the working hours because it starts at 8 and it's gone past 8. So I don't know what's going on. We've hardly come anywhere. I'm already out of breath though. Look at this city, what a beautiful view.
The climb to Kotor Fortress was seriously steep, with around 1,350 steps, winding up the mountainside.
Oh. Hard work these stairs, isn't it?
It is hard work. I mean, I wouldn't want to do this like midsummer. You would be sweating.
Sweating? There is loads of different directions and there's no signage. We're a bit confused. We just decided to go up this massive staircase.
It reminds me of the Great Wall of China in the fact that it's like not been redone. It's kind of just slightly falling apart, but I kind of prefer that than if they tried to rebuild it. Okay, this is actually way cooler than we thought.
Such a beautiful view of the city. I'm amazed how high up we've got. Didn't take too long.
I don't know why it's so quiet. I really anticipated it to be quite busy.
Maybe people do it later in the day.
Which is silly because you're just gonna sweat.
I love how the plants have grown over the ruins.
This fortress was built and expanded over centuries to protect the trading port of Kotor. The majority of the remains were developed under Venetian rule, using the steep mountainside to defend the town from attack.
We have made it to the top of the fortress. The views up here are incredible.
It's amazing, like it's even better than I thought.
And I love like the rustic kind of ruins of the fortress.
Actually feels like an adventure. So many things nowadays are like so set up so you never hurt yourself, but this feels like it's pretty cool to do.
As we came down, the guy was there, so we've just paid him 30 euros, no problemo.
Yeah.
Paid it off. He obviously just had a little bit more of a line this morning. I've been pleasantly surprised by this walk. I've really enjoyed it. We're just heading down now and we've got to get our morning essential before we can do anything else.
Let's try this iced coffee. Oh, that's actually really good.
After fueling up on coffee, we wandered through the old town, which might just be one of the most beautiful in all of Europe, with its cobblestone streets and centuries-old stone buildings. But in our opinion, this was only a small glimpse of what Montenegro has to offer, as we would soon discover.
I heard this place is pretty famous for its cats, so I searched up cats on Google Maps, and you can literally see specific cats and their locations.
And their names. Pick a name.
Strasko the cat. That's so cute. And this actually in front of us is known as the cat park, so I think we're going to see a lot of cats.
You can also see the locations on the map.
I see at least 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh, there's
9.
loads around the corner as well.
That is a chubby cat.
Look at the kittens.
It's so tiny. Hello. You're doing it.
We have made it onto the city walls. And it's really, really cool views, especially up to the mountains. But when you look in the other direction, you've just got a massive cruise ship. Kind of spoils the view a little bit.
As the crowds began to fill Kotor, we escaped just 20 minutes around the bay to our hotel, which felt like a different world to the busy old town.
We want to take you to this private beach just across the road from our apartments, which we booked on Expedia. And wow, look at this.
Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. Look at her.
This is literally private, just for like our apartments and hotel. Montenegro. You're showing off right now. So the Bay of Kotor is actually part of the sea. This whole bay is actually a mix between salt water and fresh water from the mountains. Ooh!
That is chilly.
The water was freezing, to say the least. But with these enormous mountains towering above us, we honestly felt like we could have been back in New Zealand, which is about the biggest compliment we can give.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I don't feel that salty after going in.
No, I think it's a real split, isn't it, between salt and fresh water.
Now, obviously, Kotor is known as the most popular tourist spot here in Montenegro, and that is for a good reason. But we are actually not in Kotor area. We're actually further along the bay, and it is so quiet around here.
We'll show you the actual apartments later, but to have this just for our apartments is insane. Like, I feel like you should be spending a lot of money just for this, but it's actually such good value. It is time to show you the apartments where we're staying, and the view out the front is going to amaze you. We actually booked this on Expedia, and we're actually Expedia ambassadors. Emilia's going to give you a little tour, but first I wanted to actually show you the view out the back. Like, this is the view out the back. Look at the flipping mountains. Look how green and lush it is. Anyway, let's go inside.
So welcome to our beautiful apartment slash hotel on the Bay of Kotor. Over here we have the bathroom. We've got a shower, toilet, sink, the usual. And then we have a indoor dining area, but the outdoor one is better. And we actually have a kitchen, which has been so nice because we can actually cook our own meals. We have actually a really big bed. We do have AC, so we can still use the duvet. We have a little living room area, but the best is obviously out on this balcony. You can see we have the most beautiful view of Kotor Bay with the mountains surrounding us and the super blue water. This view is exactly what I dream of when I think of having summer in Europe, and the private beach just makes it 10 times better. We actually got a pretty good deal on this using Expedia's bundle and save deal. So we booked our flights, our accommodation and our car rental all in one place.
This apartment cost us £80 per night, and it's linked in the description if you're interested.
There's actually two particular foods that Kotor Bay is famous for, and so we went to a local sea farm to try them.
So for lunch today, we decided to come into this oyster and mussel farm. They are literally grown fresh in the sea here, and it seems like a big thing. So we're going to give that a go. Joel's actually never had oysters before, so that's going to be interesting. Oh wow! These are fresh oysters. We've got some fresh oysters coming. They just came out the sea, literally.
No way.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
I have never had oysters before, and I'm a little bit intimidated with how to do it. So Emilia's going to have to show me.
Okay, I'm by no means an expert in oysters, but what I do know is a little bit of lemon goes a long way. Use the fork to make sure they're loose, and then... Yeah.
Are they
So
good? I'm a little bit nervous. They look a little slimy. Not sure about this. It's tasty, but it's nothing like overwhelming. I thought it would be like a stronger taste or something. It's kind of just like salty sea water. We've ordered mussels, and I feel like they're going to be like,
Cheers.
Cheers to my second oyster ever.
Amazing.
Thank you. It smells good. Is that it?
So good, Joel. Are they better?
Oh, they're so good. I prefer mussels. 100%.
Unfortunately, this morning we have to leave this beautiful bay, and I don't think we want to leave.
But we are heading to a much less visited part of Montenegro, and I'm pretty excited for this because we've only heard good things.
Buckled up?
Buckled up. See, the great thing about here in Montenegro is that it only takes like 2 hours and you're across the other side of the country. It is kind of a perfect place to do a road trip. If you do a road trip in the US, you're like, flipping heck, it's 17 hours away, but here, it's not.
I definitely think the area we're heading into is going to be less visited than Kotor because it is so much quieter on these roads. Up ahead you can kind of start to see some mountains, and that is exactly where we are heading. I didn't even realize, but we are already at 1,170 meters of elevation. I'm getting concerned that we can see snow at the top of these mountains, and it's May, because we were planning on hiking.
I've only got one pair of trousers because I've just brought my shorts. Thought we were on a summer holiday.
I honestly do think a road trip is the best way to see Montenegro, and I don't really know how you do it without a car. We actually booked ours on Expedia using the bundle and save, which can save you up to 19%, and this road is getting kind of wobbly. We highly recommend booking with Expedia, and if you do want to get started, the link is in the description.
Where we're staying is pretty remote, so we're going to pick up some groceries and then we'll head there.
The roads have got a lot narrower. They don't fit 2 cars, so you have to hope they're not coming too fast towards us and that they know it's a 2-way street.
We made our way to a small lodge in the remote corner of Durmitor National Park.
Welcome to my crib. I'll be honest, half the time I don't have a clue what's going on our travels, but Joel has booked this amazing cabin. Look at this place. It's so sick. I mean, I actually have a swing chair. I do love a swing chair. They are awesome. This place is so cute and cozy. We have a little kitchen area, a TV, a living room, and over here we have a bed with an AC unit / heater, although I think tonight will probably be heating, and then obviously a little bathroom. However, there is one bit you might not expect. I don't know how this works. I'm not tall enough. I'm gonna stand on my tippy toes. Aha! A secret ladder. Let's go upstairs. If we climb this very wobbly ladder, we actually have a whole nother bed. So you can actually fit 4 people here. But I really like this bed and Joel really likes the downstairs bed. So I don't know where we'll be sleeping.
If you need the toilet in the night, you'll probably just fall down that ladder.
Yeah,
so I think we should go in the bottom one.
Yeah, but that's not as fun.
And we also booked this beautiful accommodation on Expedia because the more you bundle, the more you can actually save. So by booking our flights, all our accommodation and our car rental, all on Expedia, we managed to maximize our savings, which means we're just saving more money. And the great thing is you don't actually have to book everything at the same time. So if you wanted to book your accommodation first so it doesn't sell out, then book your flights the next day, and then a week later book your car rental. You can do exactly that, and it just makes the planning process a lot more stress-free. If you want to get started with Expedia, download the app, scanning this QR code or clicking the link in the description. And as always, every accommodation we are staying in will always be linked in every YouTube video down below.
So, part of our plan when we came up to the mountains was to climb the tallest mountain in Montenegro. However, since we've got here, we've realized that it's actually still quite snowy, and we have no idea if we're even going to be able to get close to the mountain because we're not sure if the road is shut off.
We've heard rumours that the road is actually closed up to the mountain, but we're just going to give it a go and see if we can actually touch snow today, because I don't know about you, but that would be pretty cool.
Oh my word, that is scenic. Why is no one talking about this place? Look at it. We are on the mountain past Sedlo, which is the road which is partially blocked off, and so far it seems absolutely fine. I can't, oh, okay, it's a little bit thin. However, I don't see that there's going to be snow on it just yet, but maybe we're going a lot higher in the next 12 minutes. Whoa!
That looks incredible. We could be touching snow today.
We could.
Like, that is our goal, to be in snow. Not gonna lie, this mountain pass is a little sketchy. There is just a straight drop with no barriers down here, so take it nice and slowly. There's snow there!
Yes! Oh my word. This is actually crazy.
Look how thick that is.
So cool! Oh no, we're really close.
Oh.
My hand's chilly.
Okay, you can tell they've cleared the road because literally 2 meters of snow depth.
It looked like you were driving through a glacier for a sec.
So they've literally cleared the snow so we can get up to the car park.
Ticket National Park.
Okay. How much?
€5
Thank you. Blimey. It is so much colder up here. I think we're at about 1900 meters. And it is honestly so cold in the wind. Woohoo! Oh.
You chilly?
Yeah. We didn't bring coats to Montenegro because we thought it would be warm. Because it's 28 degrees on the coast, but up here it's, well, it's snow.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally so bright. I need my sunglasses on. This is crazy. I did not expect this in Montenegro. Oh, it's kind of icy.
My foot went a bit deeper than my shoe in the snow, and now I've got a wet, soggy sock. And it's actually still got sand on from the desert in Jordan.
That's a beautiful mix.
I promise I washed them many times, it just stains.
That is a beautiful mix though. Jordan sand and Montenegrin snow. So this mountain here, or maybe this one, whichever one's the tallest, is Bobatov, the tallest mountain in all of Montenegro. Don't ask me the height because I don't know, but we're about 2,000 meters up now. Hence I'm out of breath.
I'm just not sure that we are prepared to go any further.
No. So as you can see, the actual path we're supposed to be taking is too snowy. We're going to be responsible. You need crampons if you're going through the snow here, and it only gets worse as you go up. So we're going to turn around, but I'm still very happy. In another month's time, you'd be able to easily go up here. The snow would have melted.
Do you know what though? This angle is kind of giving me vertigo because it's so steep below us.
It is. That's crazy.
Could chill out here for hours.
I genuinely could. When you were sheltered behind the rocks, there's not too much wind and it's actually kind of warm in the sun.
Pleasant.
Pleasant. We've got sheep in the road.
Oh my god, there's a blockage. They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. There's literally a queue of people. I gave them a honk to try and move them on, but they weren't having any of it.
The next morning we woke up early to visit one of the most popular spots in Durmitor, but we weren't convinced it would actually live up to the hype.
Good morning. It is a beautiful sunny day here in the mountains of Montenegro, and we're actually heading to probably the most famous iconic spot in the whole of northern Montenegro, in the mountains. We've got a few hesitations about this because we're not like the massive fan of touristy things, but let's give it a go. Let's see what it's like.
Oh my word, everyone on Google Maps is a terrible photographer because this is beautiful.
What the flip?
I didn't know it would look this incredible.
It feels like we've just like parachuted, dropped off into Canada or some massive US national park. Like, this is incredible. Look what's behind us right now.
I love when somewhere exceeds your expectations, because literally this morning we were like, is it going to be worth it? Is it just touristy? But
oh, it's
holy
touristy
moly.
for a reason.
Oh wow.
Whoa, I bet this water's so cold.
Do you think?
Oh, it's not too bad, but I guess it's just in the chalet. You know what? I quite like Montenegro.
Me too.
It's pretty nice.
It's funny because when we were down in Kotor there was loads of cats everywhere, and now in the mountains it seems like it's dog territory because there is a lot of fluffy dogs kind of just laying around, but they all seem very docile and friendly.
Oh, look at this boy, he's going to sleep. I won't disturb you too much. It's so beautifully peaceful, but then like there's a little restaurant back here and he's got like Mexican tunes on and you can't stop dancing a little bit. You're like in a Mexican little rave over there at 8 AM in the morning. I think so far one of the incredible things about Montenegro is that you get this variety. We've got the mountains, there's beaches which we'll show you, then you've got the old town of Kotor, you've got the saltwater bay, you've got all this variety, and it's only within like 2 hours drive of each other, whereas I'm not sure where else you can kind of get that. Okay. What? It sounded like we were in Mexico earlier, and now it sounds like we're in like the Middle East somewhere. Maybe every restaurant here has like a different country themed music. When we travel to places and countries we don't know much about, we obviously have to do a lot of research, look at what places we want to visit. And one thing surprised me is that here in Montenegro, they actually have, I think, the second deepest gorge in all of Europe. That is where we are right now. Montenegro just keeps on giving.
It's actually very, very deep. It's kind of too deep. It's a bit intimidating.
Yeah, don't get too close to the edge. Whoa, what is that? Some sort of deer?
No, it's like is that a goat?
Is that a goat?
It's got horns. It had a little fluffy butt like a rabbit. I want to know what that was. That was so cool.
Did you look it up? What was it?
It's an ibex.
Ooh.
An alpine ibex.
So apparently in this national park you actually do get bears, which we feel like aren't that common, but now I kind of know why, because as well as being vegetarians, obviously they do eat like, well, not humans, but probably the deer like that one. Well, hopefully we see a bear, but not too close. Okay, this is the drop. Look at that. Literally so far down. Definitely giving me a bit of vertigo.
How's that for a view?
Not too bad. Now we've reached the end point, you can see all the way down the canyon. And there's like a blue rich river at the bottom, which is actually the Tara River. Now I actually made a mistake. This is actually the deepest canyon in all of Europe.
What's the difference between a canyon and a gorge?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna say. We'll pop it on screen. I have no idea.
Before we leave the mountain area, I wanted to try and find a waterfall, and I've seen this one that's kind of marked on Google Maps, although people said that the map route is wrong. So we're gonna explore and try and see if we can find it, because it looks really, really beautiful.
Where are you taking me? Down these windy little single lane roads?
I have no idea.
Well, there's a sign to a waterfall. Welcome.
Yay! Okay.
Okay then, I think we found maybe a little bit of a path to get through to the waterfall. Here we go. Don't do what I do.
You okay?
Whoa!
It looks beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh wow.
It almost just looks like it's coming out the rocks. Good work.
It's quite the adventure to get here. Wow.
I think Emilia's going to be brave. Are you going in?
It feels rude not to go in when it looks this good, but also it's just going to be cold. Are you not joining me?
I think I might have to.
I'm keeping my shoes on.
Oh, I'm not sure about this, Emilia.
Come on.
Ow! Call me a worse, call me what you want, but that is flipping cold. Emilia's going to show me how it's done. Oh, Emilia, I am impressed. Look at you go. She has shown me up right now, completely. So what do you need to do? Subscribe for Emilia right now. Put those comments down in the description and see, I subscribed because of Emilia. Just do it.
My hands are pretty chilly now, so we're gonna leave the waterfall because it's getting pretty grey up in the sky. I'll see you in a bit. We've just come down the mountains and it is so much hotter. I literally just saw a temperature gauge above the road and it said it's 31 degrees, which is so much hotter than we've had so far on this trip.
So welcome to our hotel room. We're now in a hotel rather than the apartments we've been staying in. This is our beautiful room. We've got a good bathroom in there, which is really cool, but the best thing is the balcony and actually the facilities that this place has, because we've got a beautiful pool down there and a nice view of the city.
There is our swimming pool.
So one of the cool things you can actually do with Expedia, which we did for this hotel, is basically use the filter system. So we made sure we clicked breakfast, pool, and then free parking as well. So it was really easy to just drive in and park and you don't have to pay for anything. Just a little feature which makes traveling easier. Good morning, guys. It is great to be back on the coast. It is so warm this morning.
It's baking and it's only 8:30.
We're staying in the town of Petrovac. Petrovac is about 30 minutes south of Buvda. It's a little bit of a quieter tourist town because if you haven't noticed already, that's kind of what we like, a little less busy. But we're just walking to one of the beaches this morning. See what we can get up to on the coast here. See if actually the coast lives up to all the other incredible things we've already done on this trip.
I'm interested to see how it compares as well to Albania and Croatia, which are obviously massive beach destinations either side of it. Ooh, pretty water.
Look at that. That's what we love to see in the morning. Look at this little path we found, just hugging the coast. But when you look back at the mountains and the sea, it looks insane. All right then, it's a pretty nice lookout just coming down this path, but I think it's time we go for a swim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go swimming. But I'd so recommend coming in May or maybe early June, because it's just going to be that shoulder season, so it's going to be less busy, but it's also going to be quite warm and lovely still.
The water is absolutely beautiful, crystal clear, but the actual beach itself isn't like the most stunning ever, if I'm perfectly honest, just because it's kind of brown stone. It's not like Greece or Albania or Croatia, you know, but I think there are some more beautiful beaches, and hopefully we're going to go to a different one later. I think we might have to get a boat taxi to get there.
And it feels like summer.
I don't know the song. We're wondering if we could go to to get to Phoenix Beach.
The wild beach, yeah?
Yeah, I think we just want to kind of stay there for like, I don't know, an hour or two.
Okay.
Is it possible?
Yeah, we have taxi boat. It's 20 euro to go back, there and back.
There and back?
Yeah.
Okay. We just paid 20 euros and we're basically getting a taxi boat to one of the wild beaches, which you can only access by boat. Apparently we've got to find a red boat somewhere, and we got our ticket.
Yeah.
This port area is beautiful. Look at the water down there. Oh yeah.
How are you?
Okay.
Okay.
Where are you from?
England.
UK.
The UK.
So sorry for my English.
No, it's good, it's good. This is insane. We're the only ones on the beach. We've got a private beach. This beach is way better than the last beach. Like, it is gorgeous. Look at this. We've literally arrived in paradise, and it's just us here.
This wild beach, as the locals called it, exceeded our expectations, and honestly, we think it's just as good as those in Croatia or Albania, despite the country's smaller coast.
We're going on a little walk for sunset.
Oh, this is nice. We're in like a almost pine forest.
So there's this little walk you can do along the coast, and we're going to try and find a sunset spot because it looks pretty cute and quiet. Look at these two though. They look like Santa in an outfit.
They're like mozzarella and tomato.
Mozzarella and tomato, okay.
There's a little church out on this island and it looks absolutely beautiful.
This is a beautiful little coastal walk. It's so peaceful along here. I think that's really why we were not keen to go to Buvda, where it's a bit more built up, and come to quieter little town.
It's so quiet, it's making us think maybe this isn't a good idea for sunset. Okay, why is there a spooky tunnel? Oh my god.
And maybe this will take us to the other side where we can see the sunset.
It better. But we better come back before the sun sets because this is creepy.
Oh, I think this was the beach we were at earlier.
It looks so beautiful from above.
Right, it does, doesn't it? Look at the blues are gorgeous. We have our sunset. This is our sunset spot.
This is good.
This is good. I'm happier with it.
Pretty weird walking path, like through a tunnel, but it's cool they've done that.
It's quite a long tunnel, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It does give you a bit of the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Kind of want to get through that before the sun actually sets.
Yeah. Oh. And after that yawn, I think we have to say, I love Montenegro.
Yeah,
it's been so good, right?
It's,
we've had so much like varied things we've done.
It's really like exceeded our expectations.
Oh, beyond. I would honestly recommend coming here on a holiday. It's got mountains, coastal, what else? Waterfalls.
Cute towns.
Cute towns. It's got it all. Not a bad way to end the trip.
Not at all.
Unfortunately, we've got to fly home tomorrow.
Although it's a heat wave in the UK, so we can't complain.
That's true.
And our next videos in Europe will not disappoint you, so please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out.